Even if you wanted him out at the end of last season, fair enough. But now when he's top of the league, get behind the man. Why would you want Arteta out and be slagging him off when he's got your team top of the league? 3 points clear, doing well in the Champions League. We've played 11 games. We've won 9 out of 11 games. Like, what more do you want? So why would you... So, do you know what? Someone commented on my video today. I did scoreline predictions, and someone commented, Arsenal to win 3-0, then hopefully Arteta gets sacked. It'll be the best day ever. And I thought, so you think we're going to be Atletico Madrid 3-0, but then you want Arteta to get sacked? I just think people, they watch other people on YouTube and their head gets fried. And they come out with this crap.
But you're referencing all the other people and like not even listening to me, are you? Do you know
Sorry,
what I mean?
Aaron, mate. Sorry.
Well,
Mate.
There you go. So you're just going around, all of these Arsenal fans are this and all of that. Well, I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying you are.
So what are you talking about then?
I'm just talking about other fans. This is what a lot of fans do.
Who cares about the other fans? I care about what I think.
And what do you think?
And it's fairly obvious what I think. I think I'm very happy with the small bite size.
Can I ask you a question, Aaron? I'll ask you a question, Aaron. Will you be as happy with Arteta if you win the league? Not happy as an Arsenal fan that Arsenal won it. Will you be as happy, as praiseful, as glowing towards Arteta if you win the league than as you will be angry, potentially venomous towards him if you collapse and bottle it?
What? Why would I be venomous? I'd probably expect it. I'm not venomous if you expect it, is it? It's just like, well, he's got to go, isn't he? And I think a lot of Arsenal fans would, come on, let's just all be serious here. If it doesn't win anything again this year, when do we just stop? Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really want to go into this because I say this every day.
But that's not the question I was asking. I wanted you
weren't we?
Because I wanted your opinion. That's why I asked you for it, because I feel that I totally agree with you. Whether you're Arteta in or Arteta out, if you win the league, you should be celebrating it. What I'm intrigued about was your view on, because I think this is what some Arsenal fans will do. So I'm going to give you a broad through, and I wanted your opinion, as you said, because you care about your opinion. I think some, if you win the league, will do the whole, but it's only 1 in 7 years. We need more than that. I think some people will kick that can. They'll celebrate as Arsenal fans and gloat and wind up rivals, but they'll still have a hard-on for going at Mikel Arteta. By the way, as a rival, as an outsider watching it, I do enjoy it. I find it really funny to watch the mental gymnastics going on. And I think there are some people that if you get a 5-point gap, 8-point gap, and don't win the league, I think there'll be far more venom and anger towards Arteta than there would be a humbleness and I was really wrong about this guy. He's given us one of the greatest moments ever. I'm backing him. Well done, Arteta. You're the man. I think there'll be much more chance of that. And I'm intrigued to know why people think and feel that way. That's all from a fan perspective. And I'm not even saying it's right or wrong. I'm just stating I'm intrigued by it. But we've got to get there first, I suppose.
I think I would be happy with the man, whoever he may be, who wins Arsenal the Premier League. That's all I want. That's all I want is Arsenal to win the Premier League. That's that. If Arsenal wins it this year, well done for the 25-26 season. Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. What's wrong with that? Do you know what I mean? But what do you want me to go? Oh, well, we won it in 25-26. Well done in 24-25. Well done in 23-24. Well done in 22-23. Well done in 22-25. What are we doing here? Do you know what I mean? Excellent. Buzzing for this season. The fact is, it's the last lot he's failed.
Terry, David...
You just don't like it when I say it. But it just is what it is.
Terry, David came on the other day and he always slags off Amarium. Yeah. And he said, he came on and he come on and said, I was really happy for the man. That's what he said. And I thought, you know what? That's for a guy who's been slagging him off non-stop. And he said he was really happy for him when he got that win. So I put the question to you. When Arsenal got that big win, our biggest win, I'd say this season so far would have been against Newcastle. Was you happy for Arteta? Or was you just happy for the team? Or was you happy that he got that big win? He's not gone to Newcastle where he has won, but it was in different contexts. But it felt like he hadn't got that big away win, and he went and got it in great style as well, in dramatic style. So, was you happy for Arteta? Will you be happy that he's managed to finally win the Premier League for him as well as Arsenal, or is it just?
Just Arsenal. I support Arsenal, not Arteta. I support Arsenal.
Yeah, but the players, though. There's the players.
Yeah, well and good. Buzzing. That's part of the whole thing. But Arsenal. I fell in love with Arsenal.
But what about Arsene Wenger? Was you happy for
I was
Arsene
happy
Wenger?
with him when he was winning until he wasn't. Simple. Well, Come on, it's not difficult, is it? I was loving Wenger. The first half of Wenger was unbelievable. The second half, he got us a couple of FA Cups, 2-3. Sorry.
So can I ask you a question on that? Just again,
of course.
It's just a question to understand. Do you hold no special place in your heart for any ex-Arsenal manager or player, because all of them won at some point and essentially fall off at another point when they become too old? Are they all just inanimate to you because it was the club? You don't hold any special place for any particular player because
I hold a special place for my heart for people like that were winners, were unbelievable. They were world class, best in their game, and won things for Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, Thierry Henry, the likes of that. But what real sort of failures did they sort of see for the vast majority of their Arsenal careers? You know what I mean? I remember the good times, man, and they were the players that brought me the good times, and Wenger was one of them that brought me the good times. Until
this team could have even better times than them.
Dan. So I understand that. Sorry, because I was just trying to understand Aaron's view on football. So I get that you hold a special place for Henry. Makes total sense. I have that for Rooney and Giggs and players like that. So you could feel that way about Arteta, but he'd have to win you, irrespective of the last 4 or 5 years of winning no trophies.
It's not a chronicle here, and today we got the first impressions on Son in Zone H9 Mark 2. You know what the nicest thing is?
If he was to win you 3 Premier Leagues and a Champions League and another FA Cup, then all the failed seasons would become irrelevant, and he'd always hold a special place in your heart, is what you're saying.
No, I mean, look, listen, yeah, it's like anything. Let's just say Mikel Arteta did just go on and win 2-3 Premier Leagues in a row, won a Champions League and this and all that. You'd have to assess it differently then, because the success is there. And I'll tell you honestly, and I'll articulate it honestly, just like I'm doing now, if that was to happen. Of course I would then and go, wow, yeah, from the age of 36 to 40, he's won me another 3 trophies, 2 Premier Leagues I've waited for. I would answer that different then. How do you expect me to answer that now when he hasn't won anything in 5 or 6 years?
Well, I think we can, in terms of viewing the way how you hold players in affection, what makes you remember them, or what makes you essentially. There we go. But I suppose what has been said is that when people have said, "Oh, if Arteta wins one, how will you feel?" It hasn't. Your response doesn't show affection. It's well done, go again, as opposed to I love the guy forever for doing it. It doesn't seem to be
one doesn't cut it for me though. One, but you're saying go again. That's okay, one. Go again. That's fine. Yeah, go again and win numerous.
So Aaron, so that's
were Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, who were serial winners. So that's not just one go again, is it?
So that's okay. I get that. That's absolutely fine. The questions are just there to understand your view on football. I'm not sitting here saying it's right or wrong. I'm just sitting here and trying to understand how you view it. And I think a lot of the times on socials, I spoke about this a lot last week on a video I did about the football content creation. And I think all of us can be guilty of this. People don't, in fairness, LB's on the panel. LB's probably one of the best in the business at this. When people ask him questions, he doesn't take it personally on any level. And it's a case of, I'm just going to answer it and tell you how I feel. Half the time people get frustrated with us as creators is when we're a little bit closed on, well, why are you asking me that? Why do I need to tell you it? Understanding why people feel and think the way they do. Now I get it. So it makes perfect sense. I don't need to ask you that anymore because I get your stance on it. This here says, I think Aaron is a Tottenham fan on...
Don't tell anyone.
On the down low is what TK says here. Lol, I find his tone and takes mostly annoying. Aaron is slightly more right than wrong on his Arteta stand. Well, he is right now because he hasn't won any major trophies. I think that's absolutely fair. If you support Arsenal, you should support Arteta, is what Chike says here.
Sorry to disappoint you, Chike.
Big up, Chike.
After what happened at Liverpool recently, who is the most rattled group of fans? Arsenal or Liverpool right now? I mean, they're spitting on their own phones. This is the maddest video I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe.
Why would Arsenal be rattled?
Yeah, Arsenal fans shouldn't be angry. So tired.
You just spent 20 minutes arguing with each other. Like.
Yeah, look, you know what though, yeah? What is this comment here, yeah, right? Sunderland have spent 161 million this year. So this whole thing last year, everyone was saying we'd spent 700 million. Divide that over 6 seasons, it's 125 million a year. It's not even that much. It's crazy.
Okay,
this whole
the difference is, I can't believe I've got to explain this to you, positive Dan. Yeah,
go on,
the difference is you don't win anything. End of argument. Next super chat.
What do you mean we don't win anything?
We don't.
What are you talking about? Like, why are you acting as if this is such a weird thing? Like, the reason why people bring up the billion thing is because you've not won anything. Like, what are we doing here?
No, but then when we win something, it'll be, but you had to spend $1 billion. Because Chelsea
you know, bro, why do you want to do this? But when we have
Chelsea won? You're gonna say them 2 tin pot cups, yeah, right? Let's not come on. Let's forget what have they won? They've spent way more than us.
Forget them ones because that doesn't suit my argument. Yeah,
come on, man. What you're all right? A conference cup. You want to include a conference cup? You want to include a conference? Spending $1 billion to win a conference cup?
For a conference cup, bro.
No, I would not be on my knees for a conference cup because it's not a competition I want to be in. That's ridiculous.
Stop acting as if like this is a stupid thing to say. Yeah, you spent £1 billion and won nothing. If you don't understand why people raise that as an issue,
but when they say that, when you say we spent $1 billion, what I will say is that you should say that at the end of next season because this season ain't over yet.
What are you talking about, bro? You're just like.
How can you not understand? How can you not understand? 700 million.
So you just the last 5 years didn't exist. Is that what we're doing here?
Yep. No, last season.
Up to this
at the end of last season, we had spent 700 mil. 300 was spent this season. So at the end of this season, you can say you spent $1 billion and win nothing if we win nothing.
Right, you spent 701. Nothing. There we go. Come on.
We spent 700 and won nothing in 6 years. So 100 mil a year. But Sunderland spent 160 in one transfer window.
What are we doing here, man? This is ridiculous.
Sunderland spend 160 million in one transfer one transfer window. So if they spend that in the next 5 years, they'll have spent 700 million. They wouldn't have won nothing either.
Why do you keep on comparing Arsenal to Bournemouth and Sunderland and that? It's mad, bro.
I'm just saying, it's crazy that
Dan, what I will say is this though: if Sunderland spend over the next 5-6 years the better part of £1 billion, people will expect them to win.
Not the league.
Yes, they will.
But listen, look, I expect Arsenal to win the league anyway. I expect us to win the league.
I'm just saying. Spends what Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, if anyone matches their spending and wages over a 5-6 year period, there would be an expectation on them to win. The difference is Sunderland won't be able to keep spending like that. That's the difference. Even though they just will not be able to afford to spend like that every single year. They won't be able to afford loads and loads of Xhakas. They just literally don't have the income for it. To be honest with you,
explain that.
No, a lot of teams spend money in the Premier League now. A lot of teams spend big money in the Premier League, and I'm just saying, last season we had spent 700 million over 6 years. So 125 million this season over 6 years is nothing compared to what Chelsea.
Well, what is your weight? But you look at your wage bill growth in that time as well. All these things have to be factored in. This here says. Aaron, your negative energy is what the 25-26 Arsenal squad don't need this season, bro. Get behind your team. If your players are being positive about the man, why can't you be?
I actually have been positive about the 25-26 season. So, I mean, if you want a super chat about what I've said about this season, I mean, do it properly. You're listening to me comment and making my factual things based on that super chat by what I've said about all the previous other seasons. What we doing it? That's madness. I've said nothing but positive things actually about the 25-26 season, so that is batshit, bro.
Saying Arsenal rely on corners is just crybabies. I hear you there. Negative Arsenal fan. Give him credit. Stop running your trophy agenda. Stability is a success. You don't have. You don't have LB's money, so you can't get LB's records.
Stability is success, bro. You should put that on Arsenal's badge. Put it under the crest. Stability is a success.
LB, you're killing me. I'm gonna get T-shirts made with that. I love it.
It is a success.
We can't, Callie here, I hope you're good, bro. He says, we can piss and moan about Arteta in and out. Fact is, we have zero say. As long as the board is happy, Arteta isn't going anywhere. Big up, Cal. 02-03 season was Arsenal's best chance to go back to back. Yeah, I agree. United won that
99
one.
was quite tight, though, wasn't it, as well, to be fair?
Oh, thank God you didn't. Thank God you got Spurs on the final day of the season, eh?
Yeah,
you get.
Thank you.
You finished on 79 points that year, and we finished on 78.
I know, great, one of the best seasons ever.
Jimmy Floyd, that's the bank you get.
David O'Leary was the manager of Leeds, wasn't he? Ex-Arsenal.
Yeah. Love it.
Most caps ever for Arsenal.
All 4 Arsenal goals were scored from open play in the Champions League with 2 clean sheets. Oh, yeah. O'Hara didn't mention that one, did he? Bastard. Boomaguna here says, perfect. So Chelsea are expected to win the league this year by that logic. They must. Well, hang on. What I will say, LB, you say it because I know what you're going to say.
Well, we can talk on Chelsea if you want. And Chelsea should be in a position where they should be winning the league this year with the amount of money they've spent. But they've spent it horrifically, so they won't win the league this year.
But everyone says it to Arsenal more than Chelsea, don't they? For some reason. I don't know why.
Because you've got a squad that is capable of winning the league.
But they've spent more than us.
Right, but we still cook Chelsea. We cook Chelsea every week.
Good. Let's keep cooking them. But everyone, look.
Both of you clubs are getting cooked.
City spent 250 in Jan and won nothing. Fire Pep. If 6 clubs spend $1 billion, they can't all win.
Everybody else wins. Everybody else wins trophies. United, in their worst period in their history in Premier League, have still managed to pick up 2 trophies in the last couple of years.
There we go. Boys, we were going to talk Donnarumma, but we have to say that to next week now, LB. We ran out of time, mate. I'm very sorry, bruv.